You want your team, your clients, your family to understand you, to understand your instructions for things to work in the way that you want them to work. You've got to make sure you are good at the cognitive function, at the thinking skill of precision, right? Thinking isn't one big thing. Thinking is made up of 28 thinking skills called cognitive functions. One of those cognitive functions is precise. Precision is actually the only cognitive function that comes up twice. We need precision when we take in the information. We need to make sure that is precise. And we need precision when we put out the information, when we tell the world we know what we know, and when we're giving instructions and when we're communicating, we are being precise. It works both ways, okay? Often entrepreneurs pride themselves in seeing the big picture. They pride themselves in seeing the vision, where they are going, what they are doing with the business, which is awesome. You need that for your business to really move forward and to really grow. However, many times they say that they don't have patience for the details. They often aren't precise in their language and their communication, in the details of the projects of what they're doing. They're like, the team will take care of that. I don't do that. I just give it over to my team and my team deals with it. That's awesome, right? Like, you don't want to be doing things that you don't enjoy doing, and you don't want to get like bogged down in all the details when you are meant to be at a high level, focusing and moving the business forward. However, many times this lack of precision causes miscommunication, aggravation, frustration, and lots of lost time and money. Guess what? Being precise about the details and being precise in your communication doesn't have to be a dread and doesn't have to take more time once you get used to it. I was recently talking about this cognitive function of precision to an entrepreneur who like regularly closes six-figure deals like multiple times a week. And he was sharing with me how this actually is like one of his major advantages and major things that he didn't even realize he was doing, right? He was telling me how he has already developed this as we were discussing this cognitive function of precision. And he said that early on in his career, when it was like before like internet was like as big as what it is now, he would make sure that he has all the details super precise, and he would sometimes like repeat it back to make sure he has all the details precise. And he had made sure he was being precise, and he developed this skill of precision. And now he just does it naturally throughout meetings while he's talking with clients, potential clients, even with me. Like, I noticed he was doing it with me. He will like summarize and repeat back what he said, make sure that we're all on the same page. He will be precise in his language, make sure you understand him, and be precise in taking in the information, making sure he understood what you're all saying. Now, it didn't sound weird or like some sort of practice thing. It was like literally naturally the way he was talking, right? Like, he would repeat back what you were saying to make sure you actually understand. And it was just like a conversation. And it was really good because throughout the entire time, you both know that you are on the same page, right? This precision removes all that miscommunication that might happen afterwards, or like you have like a 3-hour meeting and like all the way in the end you're like, oh, but I thought you meant this. And it's like, no, throughout the entire time you're making sure you're all on the same page. And yes, it has allowed him to make a lot of money and helped his clients get really good results. He's like awesome. He does an amazing job at what he does, and his precision helps him portray what that he is so good at what he does. Okay. So yes, in the beginning, it takes more focus and patience to be precise, but over time it will happen naturally, just like he told me then that like in the beginning, he took extra time to make sure he got all the details and he really developed that skill. So how are you going to improve your cognitive function of precision? Here's the thing. We all have this cognitive function of precision already. You're already good at precision in the things that you care about. Okay. I want you to think about for a moment, what is something that you are good at or something that you actually care about? And as you think about that, I want you to think if you're actually precise in it, even if you usually think that you're not super precise, right? Like, I once had a client who said, I don't have no patience, like no patience at all. I don't have patience for details. I think big picture, I like these details just annoy me. And like, I'm just like, precise is not for me. Well, guess what? when it came to giving speeches and giving workshops, boy, did she care every single aspect of the room, of the setup, of the speech, of down to the angle in which the napkins were laid out. She cared about. Talk to me about precision. Okay. She cared about her workshops and she cared about the environment that the workshops, the room or the workshop would she cared about the environment that their room would have on the effect of her speech. And she really cared about it. And she was super, super precise about it. So, what is something that you actually care about and that you care about the details and that you're precise about those details? You have something? Good. Okay. Because when you understand that details matter and that precisions may make a difference, it will be a lot easier for you to be precise in other things. So let's now think about, why do you care about being precise in that situation? Why do you care about those details in that situation? Yeah, like, why are you precise when it comes to doing that specific task or that specific activity? What is it for you? You have the reason? Good. So now that you know precision can make a difference, I want you to think about one area of your life where you think that you're not so precise. What is that? Maybe that's sales calls, maybe it's team meetings, maybe it's when you're writing your emails. What's something that you're not super precise in? I want you to think about, make a list of all the reasons of why you should be precise in this area. Okay. Now, I don't want you to go and take this like to perfection, to be perfect. Every situation requires you to be precise on a different levels, right? Like if someone's doing a surgery on your brain, you want them to be so precise. There is like no way for them not to be precise. But if someone is just writing a draft, right? A draft email, not even like an email that is going out to your email list, a draft email, like you don't care about precision. And then when it comes out to actually sending out your email, yes, it has to be precise, but like it doesn't have to be so precise. Like it's okay. Like, yes, if you are on my emails and you get my emails 6 days a week, there are sometimes spelling mistakes in there, because to me, it was more important to get out 6 emails a week than to make sure that it is not precise. However, if I'm not being precise and you are like getting 3 emails on one day and not getting emails for 3 days because I'm not being precise in how I'm scheduling them, that is a problem. So you know that in every situation, precision matters differently. So I wanted to think of an area where precision matters a lot, like maybe in sales goals or something where like you actually really care about with communicating to your team or something, and make a list of reasons why it is worth it for you to be precise. Okay. Then you have to be conscious about it. That's simply what it is. You have to be conscious about it so that way you can make it happen. Tell your team, put it on your screensaver, use sticky notes, do whatever you need to do to make it happen, and to be conscious about the fact that you are going to be precise in this situation. And the more you get better at this situation and the more you get better at being precision in other areas of your life, the more it's going to happen naturally and you won't even have to think about it anymore. Now, if you want to be precise in areas that matter, so that way you can make more money, you can have better communication, you can make less mistakes, things can be easier for you, while you also improve your other cognitive functions. So your life just becomes a whole lot easier and your business is really optimized in the best way. You will want to apply to your entrepreneur brain rewired. Link to that is right below, or lifepixuniversity.com/your entrepreneur brain rewired. Because the exercises that we do in your entrepreneur brain rewired, while they are working on other cognitive functions, there's like this secret element that works on precision. So you're working on precision while you're working on other cognitive functions, and it's pretty cool what happens there. So have an awesome rest of your day. Make sure you go and apply if you want to be more precise and make less mistakes and have better communication. And I will catch you. Cheers to peak brain performance.